Good evening. I'd like to call to order the August 21st, 2024 meeting of the Colerain Code Enforcement Review Board. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Christine, would you do the roll call, please?
Ms. Baldwin?
Here.
Mr. Henson?
Here.
Mr. Schaefer?
Here.
Ms. Westfall?
Here.
Roll call complete.
Thank you. Commissioners, before us tonight, we have the minutes from our previous meeting. That's from July 17th, 2024. Do we have any comments or corrections?
I do not.
Okay. Hearing none.
I make a motion that we approve the board minutes from July 17th, 2024.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Vote to approve minutes for July 17th. Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Ms. Westfall?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, the next item is public address. Next, we'd like to welcome the public to address the Code Enforcement Review Board with any items not on tonight's agenda. If you are here for any of tonight's public hearings, your comments will be heard during that hearing for that property. Is there anyone here that would like to speak? Okay.
I make a motion, we close the public address.
I'll second that.
Okay. Vote to close public address. Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Ms. Westfall?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next item is old business. This is a past case, CERB 2415. That's 2856 Sheldon Avenue.
I don't really have any update on this. I believe the owner is here. I did go by today and take some updated pictures, and they look pretty similar to, all the previous ones. The grass is cut, brush is still overgrown, no, real visible change.
Okay.
It is my belief that the house is still vacant, but I know that the owner was talking about some different thoughts he had with it, so
Options.
go from there.
Okay. Would the owner like to speak?
Sir, if you could just raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. If you could just state your name for the record, please.
My name's Joe Brunswick.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Go. Yeah, get after it.
I mean, I'm trying to do something with it, get it done and sold or fixed up. My dad's been in the hospital. I got all kinds of stuff going on. It's hard to get it all done. I got a couple people interested in buying it, but if they don't buy it, I'll probably get over there and finish up what needs to be done and either list it or rent it or do something with it. I mean, it's costing me quite a bit of money sitting there.
Right.
Just in property taxes, outrageous over there. It's just I got, trying to get my dad, he's in the hospital right now. They're supposed to bring him home, but we gotta have it set up to where he can have a nurse there, and I'm the only one available to get it all done. It's pretty hard to get everything caught up.
Okay.
That's pretty much where I'm at on it. I mean, I don't know what else I can tell you.
Okay. Do you agree that it's vacant at this time?
It is vacant at this time,
Okay. How about registering it
or
as a vacant house? That's why you're here.
I don't know why that would have to be done, but I mean, if that's what I have to do,
It's,
I haven't had any problems over there. All the neighbors over there keep me informed of everything that's going on. I mean, somebody even goes up on that porch, I get a phone call.
we do have the vacant house registry. That's why you were called here.
What's that involve?
Nick?
You can register online or in person with me. And then there is a fee. It is $500 every 6 months.
That seems a little outrageous. It's already costing me a fortune sitting there.
Yeah.
Adding $1,000 a year onto it.
You know, part of the goal with the resolution that supports it is that properties don't stay sitting vacant and become neglected and dilapidated and
It's not
things like that.
None of that. I don't understand why I have to pay to have it sit there empty.
Just the resolution that was put in place by the Colerain Township Board of Trustees.
Why would they do that?
Because we were having a ton of people that were owning property outside that lived in California, all throughout the United States, and leaving their properties to rot in Colerain.
Well, I
While
live right around the corner from there.
I understand that, but you can't just pick and choose who you want to do a resolution for.
And I ride by there every day.
I understand that, but you can't pick and choose who you want to basically enforce this resolution. You either enforce the resolution for all, or you enforce a resolution for none, and that would not do us any good if we enforced the resolution for none. So that would never get anything better. You would have blighted properties. You basically would have everybody's houses it would be chaos. So
So every house.
so you
that's-
can either pay the $500, register it for the first 6 months to see what's going to happen, whether you're going to get rid of it, sell it, do whatever, and then after that first 6 months, if you want to take it off the registry, you won't be responsible for the next $500 if you take it out, sell it and get it out of your name.
So you're gonna force me to either sell it or get it out of my name?
No, you can either, the board can actually take your statements that you say it's vacant. They can request that we put an assessment on the taxes, and we'll get the $500 that way. So you'll be paying it no matter what. It just depends on whether the $500 comes out of your pocket or when you pay your taxes the next tax cycle, it'll come out of there. So those are the two options. Provided that they deem it as a vacant structure.
So if I get somebody to move in there,
Then it would
I mean,
no
it'd
longer.
be cheaper, let me move somebody in there for free.
So you could get somebody to move in there for free, and then that becomes a rental, and then you'd have to register a rental property through the township also.
And why?
That's only $50 a year.
Why is that?
Because you're not, you have to have all rental properties in Colerain Township be registered in the township.
What's the reason for that?
Because the township has a rental registration resolution.
What's the reason for that?
Can I jump in? Do you mind?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, sir, I think everything he's saying is correct. There's also another flip side of this coin as well. Say, for instance, that, your property is vacant, someone's messing around on the front porch, police drive by, your property is registered as vacant, they know that nobody's supposed to be on that property and someone's acting suspicious, Now they can go up and investigate and make sure that your property's safe. Same thing with the rental property. If you're renting your property to someone and there's a disturbance there, the police can then go respond to it, talk to that person who's there, and they say, hey, listen, I'm a renter. Okay, it's registered as a rental property. This person's allowed to be here. That way your tenant isn't getting arrested because the owner of the home isn't present and nobody knows what's going on. This protects you just as much as it protects the community as well, because the community doesn't want to have vacant buildings sitting around. They want properties to be developed, and the government has a legitimate interest in doing these type of things to encourage people to develop, maintain, and keep their properties safe.
So you're telling me every property over there in that neighborhood that's vacant, you guys are collecting $500?
If you have any other properties that you believe are vacant, we encourage you to contact Nick here and let them know, because this is something that the Colerain administration is trying to take care of.
No, I probably wouldn't do that, so. All right, well, I'll let you know, I'll get hold of you tomorrow. You gonna be here?
Yeah, I mean, I think the board has to make a decision tonight on whether they're gonna, give an extension or recommend that it be registered within a certain time period or assessed to the property taxes. That decision's theirs to make, not, mine, yours, or Lieutenant Penley's.
That's why we're here.
So I really have no control over anything here.
Well, the board has given you an extension already, because you said, I believe at the last meeting, you stated that you wanted to look into
Well, I thought
renting
I
or
had- I thought I had
selling.
sold last time I was here, and that deal's still on the table probably, but I haven't, we haven't worked everything out on it. So, it could be sold next week, it could be sold in a month, 2 months from now. I don't know if you get them phone calls I get, bet I get 30 people a day calling me to buy my house. I don't know, most of them are just blowing smoke. I mean, I've already been all the way down to the closing date, and then they backed out on the same day. Now, they had me under contract where I couldn't back out, but I didn't know that they could back out. So,
Usually, they actually have some type of escrow that they have to pay you if they back out.
have their own, people doing all that, so they don't have none of that.
Would another extension help you in any way?
It could probably help me get it sold maybe, or get over there and get somebody in there. I can probably find somebody to move in there without too much problem.
You think you could get it resolved in 2 months?
I'd like to think I can, but I can't afford it sitting there empty right now, I can tell you that, so I'm motivated to get it done, get something moving on it. It's costing me a fortune sitting there. Plus it needs a fair amount of work inside.
Well, how would you rent it then if it needs work inside?
Well, if you can get somebody moving in there for free, I don't think they're gonna worry about what it looks like.
So then last month when you were here, you said would be making some progress. Did you make any progress over the last month?
Like I said, my dad went in the hospital, and I've been trying to get his stuff together so we can get him back home and get a nurse in there, but, I've been over there cutting grass and trying to, get some of that brush cut out of there, but that's about all. I haven't done much inside.
How long has it been vacant?
It's been vacant for a while. I don't have the exact number, but
6 months, a year,
it's been over a year.
over a year?
Okay, any more discussion?
Yeah.
I've been trying to do my properties in the order they're empty, and that one's kinda on the back burner. It needs the most work, and I got another one that's in Green Township that's just about done, ready to go.
And I think that's part of the reasoning for resolutions like this is we don't want properties in our township sitting on the back burner. We want them moving forward.
On it, and, I mean, I keep the grass cut and everything like that. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. There's way more worse looking properties over there than mine. And there's people living in them. There's one right around the corner that looks like a total junkyard.
We work at those too, just not through this board. Does anybody have any more questions for him?
I would, if we offer him an extension, I would ask that it be on a month-to-month basis, not 2 months. That way we can stay on top of it.
Okay.
Mr. Brunswick, how many other properties do you have to either to fix up and sell
I
or?
have 7 properties.
Who owns the property at the corner of Compton and Pippin?
It's my dad's.
Okay, because we also have that currently going through housing court also. Have you been made aware of that yet, since your dad is in the hospital?
I did not know that. I was just talking to the guy over there just yesterday. He didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, your tenant does, we've worked with your tenant in the past that's over there, or your dad's tenant. And there are numerous code violations over there that we've sent certified mail to your father, and if he's in the hospital, that explains why the certified mail gets sent back. So we definitely, at some point in time, I would like to sit down with you maybe so we can get that property going in the right direction for you.
I had a roofer go over there and look at it. He wasn't interested in doing the roof, and I'm trying to get another roofer over there. Is that what you're talking about, is the roof?
The roof and also the abandoned cars behind it and things like that as well.
The cars behind it are mine and my brother's.
Okay. Well, all I know is that I just know what the complaint said, sir.
They complained. Who complained?
The complaint that the notice of violation that was filled out by code enforcement, Schmale. So there's the vehicles, there's the roof.
I have to store cars behind there?
No, sir.
I mean, it's literally underneath the shelter.
They have been behind there since 2010, and it's actually, they are rusted down to the frame. If you can see it from, you can see that from the roadway. To the fact that I am aware of numerous complaints back from when the animal hospital was there that they would call about the vehicles that were there. So they've been there since at least 15 to 18 years.
Probably.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not ignorant when I speak to this. So I'm willing to work with you and try to help you.
2 of the cars are fairly valuable.
I don't disagree with that statement. So I'm willing to work with you and help you figure that out.
But he wants them out of there because he's gonna store cars back there.
Well, and if he stores cars back there, he has to follow the township's resolutions on how many they come in, and he has to rotate them through and make sure that they're repaired in a timely manner.
I don't quite understand all that, but I guess.
Like I said, I will help you.
Please.
I will help you figure it out.
Well, I'll get a hold of my dad. I'll probably see him this weekend. Talk to him about that. I don't think he is aware of that.
Yeah.
Is that why was that why they arrested him a couple of weeks ago?
I have no idea, sir.
Because everybody I asked why they arrested him didn't give me a straight answer.
I did not. I have nothing to do with me. That I know of.
It was probably about a month and a half ago or so. Well, I'll see what I can do with what's going on over there. I mean, I get on that guy all the time about cleaning the place up,
I agree.
but, he's probably gonna be on his way out of there anyhow, so.
That's fine. Like I said, I'm willing to help you, and if I get a good phone number if you can fill out a good phone number, I'll have Stan Schmale give you a call, and he can run you through the whole thing, and so you're brought up to speed on it, sir.
You have my phone number, really?
Let me give you these real quick. Here's a copy of the rental resolution and the vacant property resolution. If you could just fill out my email, phone number on that.
I don't have email right now, so.
Just name and best phone number and the best mailing address.
They're taking care of that. Does the board have any feeling on this?
I recommend we give a 1 month extension.
Okay, you want to make that a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion that we give a 1 month extension.
Well, can you put your best mailing address on there?
I'll second it. And we'll let him know when it's finished.
Okay, motion to grant the owner a 1 month extension, seconded by Ms. Baldwin. Ms. Baldwin?
Miss Westfall is the one that seconded that.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. To make sure we had it right on the record.
Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Ms. Westfall?
Probably mountain stuff to me, probably ain't a good idea.
Okay,
Ms. Westfall, did you say?
I'm sorry, yes, I'm sorry.
Motion passes.
Okay, I'm sorry that we went on and progressed while you were filling out the paperwork. We're going to give you a 1 month extension. That means that we'll meet again on September 18th. And we'll see what we can do, what you can do between now and then,
I'll get something going on over there before then.
okay? We appreciate it. We understand that you know, your life is kind of hectic right now. And we wish you the best.
Thanks for that. I mean, I'm getting a bunch of stuff dumped on me right now, so.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're sorry that that's happening to you, but we're here to make Colerain Township a better place. And I know that's, in the end, that's your goal. So we'll see you in September.
18th, right?
Yes.
And you said mailing stuff wasn't?
I get so much junk mail, everything gets mixed in with it, and it's probably what happened to the last time you said you guys sent me some stuff in there.
Okay.
I never got it, so.
Well, we'll mail, but we'll also try and reach out by phone.
I keep an eye open for any, when I'm going through the stuff, I keep an eye open for stuff, but you would not believe.
Right.
I mean, I get a 5-gallon bucket full of junk mail almost once a week.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How can you guys stop that?
We figured that out. I want to do it at my house too. But have a nice evening, and we appreciate your coming in.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next item is new business, and that's case CERB 2417, 6401 Duet Lane.
So this is a vacant property. I don't know how long it's been vacant, but it's been a little while. It is, the owner of record is Secured Title Realty Services.
Okay,
There is a OpenGov case number VCNT-24-19. Our initial letter was sent May 3rd of this year. The second letter was sent June 3rd, and the final certified letter was sent July 18th of this year, giving the day's date. The final letter was also sent standard mail. All mail was sent as reflected on the Hamilton County Auditor. The certified mail did come back returned. The standard mail has not came back.
Okay.
The property was reported vacant by a neighbor. The neighbor stated the property was not being maintained, that they haven't seen anyone there in weeks. Our contractor has had to cut the grass this season. I believe it was or is some type of foreclosure, but I can't get any kind of response from, the owner of record.
Okay.
Here is the auditor's sheet. I also sent certified mail to their registered agent, who I believe shares an address of the owner's address on the auditor's report.
Okay.
That's where I got his information from. Here's just showing that the certified mail was returned. Here are copies of the letter, first two letters. There are the copies of the second letters with the certified mail receipt. Just quick violation history, most of it relates to, this year with tall grass complaints, and then, the vacant building report. You can see, the first picture on the left is from May, the second one is from July. Just continued growth of, all the vegetation there. Another one, I think this was probably right before we cut it. These pictures are from earlier this morning.
It's cutting in.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rain.
So the house is secure, the best we can tell, but I have not seen any activity there, essentially all summer. Just another angle, there is a gate that goes around the rear yard. Do not believe there's anybody here tonight to speak on behalf of this property.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Just out of curiosity, with him having a local business address, did you actually try going to the business to see if he was there?
I did not on this one.
Okay, I was just curious with it because it's not often they actually are local like that. So. Okay. Yeah. Not familiar with exactly where that address is. So.
I went online out of curiosity since it was a local address, and it says on the site that the gentleman who's named on the registered letter is the
Not something, wasn't it?
yeah, Scott something, Uber or Umber, is the only agent of that particular LLC. And my question is, if it comes back returned through the mail, then the business may be out of business.
I don't
Standard
disagree.
mail sent to that address has not been returned,
Just the certified.
just the certified.
Certified has to be signed for.
Correct.
So if nobody is there, they could be on appointments or only working part-time, whatever. So I guess that would explain why certified wasn't signed for.
We had this problem back in 2014 also when I did code enforcement. A lot of the standard mail stuff were shoved under the door and into, it was the business Conrex. They still had an office building and the mail was getting delivered, the standard mail, but they could never get somebody to open the door because they were all working from home. And that's why the certified kept getting sent back. But I could see my own letters inside the glass door just laying on the ground, never to be picked up. So that also might be an explanation if the mail can get to certain parts of that building, but can't get to a person.
I think that, the postman also leaves some type of notification on the door saying that, you know, there's certified mail that's attempted to be delivered. You know,
That's my understanding. I mean, I've gotten them before.
And in other cases, when the postman, when mail accumulates, not in the example that Jamie was talking about, but when mail accumulates, they will take the mail back and put it as undeliverable. We've had that happen on our street. So, yeah, that's just one of the other options. Okay,
Okay, I make a motion, we declare the building vacant.
second,
Second.
thank you.
Okay, motion to accept staff recommendation to declare the property as vacant. Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Ms. Westfall?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Our next case is SERB 24-18, the property at 3013 Niagara.
okay. 3013 Niagara Street. This is also a vacant building. The owner of record is Richard and Vanessa Harrison. There is an OpenGov case that tracks all this. That's VCNT 24-31. First letter was sent May 14th. The second was sent June 24th. And then the final letter was sent, certified and standard, on July 18th, 2024, given today's date for the meeting. All mail was sent as reflected on the Hamilton County Auditor's report. Certified mail delivery was confirmed. This property was first reported vacant on May 14th. Following mailings and a tall grass violation, contact was made with a family member of the owner. I believe she was his sister. She stated that they would work on the grass and were trying to figure out what to do with the home. She told me that Mr. Harrison was having some health issues at the time and was not currently occupying the home. She also mentioned that Vanessa was currently nowhere to be found. Overall, these people, I mean, they completely like remodeled that home, and then we're only there a relatively short time before you started noticing the grass getting tall again and kind of some garbage sitting there. And you know, I knocked on the door a couple times because I did talk to them when they were rehabbing and moving in. A very nice couple. But no, last I heard, they did not know if he was going to return to the home or not at that point. You can see this is where I got all my addresses from the auditor. Here's a copy of the certified mail that was the confirmation. Copy of the letters. I believe it was after the second letter that his sister did reach out. At that time of the second letter, when she called, we did kind of speed up today's date a little bit for him because she said they could be here. But I don't think they were able to make it for whatever reason.
Okay.
And then there's just the final letter with another picture of the delivery receipt with the matching numbers. Violation history, I mean, it's just some trash and tall grass. Most of that was during their remodel before they were really there. And then, you know, just the tall grass complaints this summer.
So are they living out of town?
I don't know where they were living prior to here. I know that, you know, there was all of a sudden, it looked like the house was vacant at first, and then there was a lot of work being completed. And then, you know, I remember stopping by because, you know, we'd given her a notice of violation for the trash. And then I saw her out there trying to get it to the street and she couldn't move the garbage can. Well, the contractor had filled it with very heavy construction materials, so I helped her get it down to the street. That was not this summer, but the one before. And it just didn't seem like they lived there much past the winter.
Oh, it's been like that for a while.
They did cut the grass once right before our contractor would have gone there. It is tall again, so we're going to address that regardless of what the board decides on this one. This was the initial picture. This was June and July. You can see the June picture, the grass was cut. And then these are from this morning.
Nick, do you think it'll be worthwhile to extend this so maybe we can reach out? If they said they were gonna be here, do you think it's worthwhile to give them an extension just to give them a chance to speak on their behalf?
I think so. I mean, they were very friendly. I know the sister was trying to work through, you know, some health problems and accommodations for Mr. Harrison. So I think that does come first, but, you know, I think we could reach out again.
That makes sense.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll make a motion to give a postponement of 1 month.
Second.
Okay, motion to grant a 1 month extension to this property. Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes?
Ms. Westfall?
Yes,
Motion passes.
and that means we will see it again on 9/18. The next item on the agenda is serve.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
You said the sister was corresponding, but was in town.
Yes. She's local.
Okay. And you've had the grass cut?
They have taken care of it,
Oh, they have?
yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, we will ask them to do that again, so that we don't have to, but, you know, we'll do that through our notice of violation, correct process.
Okay. The previous home we were discussing, that we declared vacant, and you had the grass cut there. At one of our earlier meetings, a citizen asked about whether, when we have the grass cut, does that charge really get carried through to the taxes?
Yes.
Okay, we are sure that that's being done.
Yes.
Okay. that's
Yeah,
good.
Lieutenant Penley handles the assessments, and they get sent down,
The auditor.
certain times a year, but it does 100% get carried through.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, our next case is SERB 24-19, that's 2848 Glen Air Drive.
So this property is owned by Jeff Wollert. There is an OpenGov case number of ECNT 24-23. Initial mailing was sent May 13th, 2024. The second letter was sent June 17th, 2024, and the final letter was sent certified and standard mail on 7/18 of 24 for today's board meeting. All mail was sent as reflected on the Hamilton County Auditor's Report. I also posted a copy of the letter on the front door of 2459 Birthwork Drive, which is his tax bill address and a property we believe that he does actually occupy. The property was first reported vacant on April 5th, 2022. The complaint that I started on May 13th, 2024. We did make contact with Mr. Wohlert and a family member regarding registering vacant and rental properties. And that was around that May 13th date. Since then, he has not registered any vacant properties and has not registered any of his rental properties with the township. He has worked on this property, I think, following some past code enforcement complaints and violations, but I don't think he's made any progress in a couple years.
That's correct. The November 12th, 2021, those were all mine. He was taken in front of Judge Bouchard. He was given numerous extensions, hence why there's all brand-new windows in there. That was part of the code violations that I wrote him up for. I allowed it to be dismissed due to the fact that he did make all requested improvements. He was also told that he needed to start renting the property. At that time, he did not, and it has been vacant since before, I would say approximately 2017 was the last time that he had somebody in this residence, if not before.
Is it a multifamily or?
It's a multifamily. It was,
4 family?
it could have approximately, I believe, 8 to 9 different apartments inside.
Has he indicated why it's not rented out? Because I would think with the demand on rental
He,
property that it would be.
There are things that have to be, through the,
Building code?
building code violations that needed to be repaired. And I don't believe Hamilton County was willing to remove such things that he needed to do inside, so that's why he has not rented it still. So, he knows what he needs to do. He has numerous blighted properties in the township. He refuses to do anything with any of them, to the fact that we have abated his properties and assessed his taxes for all the blighted properties, yet they go back to the same issues.
So we've had fines and things assessed on this property earlier?
This property, negative, but the other ones that he has, yes. This property was taken straight to Hamilton County Housing Court.
I make a motion, we declare the building vacant.
Second?
Okay. Motion to accept staff recommendations for SERB 2419 for 2448 Glen Air Drive to declare the property vacant. Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Ms. Westfall?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is any new business or rentals, I'm sorry, we have none. Old business, we have none for those. You had a question?
Oh, yeah, I had wanted to just make a comment on, under old business. I thought maybe that we could get an update on the actions that have been taken on our recommendations to the Board of Trustees, if there were any actions taken. I.e., there were some recommendations made on the June 20th meeting that I was curious to know about what happened to those. I've not seen any actions taken by the Board of Trustees. That would have been West Galbraith Road, Compton Road, Marino Drive, Lord Linda Drive, and Pippin Road. Is that mainly because the Board of Trustees just didn't have it on their agenda, or?
No, that's still being created. That will be on the next one.
Okay,
So they will be on there
okay,
with the extensions, and we were off on vacation. That will be updated
oh,
for the next
okay.
one.
Okay.
And then also I can, the other recommendations and your requests, if we make a formal request on, through this, we can actually get that put on as an agenda item for next time.
On here.
Thank you.
Yes,
Oh, okay. All right, thanks, I appreciate that.
no problem.
Okay. Our next meeting will be September 18th. I want to thank my fellow commissioners, staff, and everybody that came. Who's in favor? I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second it.
Motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:47 PM. Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Ms. Westfall?
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you.